For our first point, I will be choosing one hand as my receiving hand. Our first point is going to be just below the tip of the thumb. So I'll take my thumb like this and I'll wrap the fingers of my other hand around the thumb and I'll apply pressure for 15 seconds. You don't apply pressure from top. When we join our thumb and little finger like this, we see that there's this curve. So right where this curve starts over here, this is our reference point. And just one finger above that will be the point we need to press for 15 seconds. So our next point is going to be only on the right hand. Now can you see this knuckle, the little finger knuckle? See where it is on your palm. You can feel it here, right? Now right below this knuckle will be your point. Make sure that you're not in contact with it and press it for 15 seconds. Our previous point was over here. For our next point, just slide your finger a little bit, not even a finger gap. This will be your point. Press it for 15 seconds. This is also done only on the right hand. Our next point is where the index finger meets the palm. So make a loose fist. For that, keep a finger like this and close the rest of the fingers. So this is your index finger. This is where it meets the palm. Press this point for 15 seconds. Okay, so our next point is going to be between the middle finger and the index finger. So drag your thumb like this. You will see that there's a V shape. Right where this V shape collapses will be your point. My point is over here. So press it for 15 seconds and leave. Our next point is going to be just at the center of the palm. So this is the center. Here will be your point and you'll press it for 15 seconds. Our next point is going to be right in between the first and the second joints of the thumb. So this is the thumb and this is our first joint. This is our second joint. And right in between these two joints is our point. So this is the point. And even for this point, it's better for us to apply pressure downwards. So we place our thumb like this, rub the fingers around it like this, and apply pressure for 15 seconds. So for our next point, when you join the thumb and the little finger like this, you will see that there's a mount over here. So our point is going to be on the mount. Now this is the thumb joint, the second joint of the thumb, and this is your wrist joint. Our point will be in between these two joints. You need to press around a little bit to see which one point is very sore. For me, it's this point. So I'll press it for 15 minutes and let my hand relax. Our next point is actually going to be 4 points, and it is going to be on this line where the fair part of the skin and the dark part of the skin meet. So we will begin from here. Press this point for 15 seconds. Leave some space and the next point will be here. Again press this for 15 seconds. Our next point is here. Press it for 15 seconds. And then one more point over here. Make sure that it's on the line. So our last point was over here. Now just one finger diagonal towards the little finger will be our next point. You need to rotate your thumb a little bit and you'll find one point which is slightly sore. So that will be your point which you need to press for 15 seconds. For this point, we need to first make a loose fist. So keep your finger over here and wrap the rest of your fingers around it. And you can see the small tuck out over here. Press this part. Open the rest of your fingers and press this point for 15 seconds. Our next point is going to be in between the little finger knuckle and the ring finger knuckle. So over here, you feel your little finger knuckle, and over here, you feel your ring finger knuckle. Now you see this web over here, right, between the little finger and ring finger. So just drag it like this with your thumb, and you can feel a V shape. So right where this V shape collapses, that will be your point. Press it for 15 seconds. This portion near the thumb which is risen is called the thumb mount. For our next point, we are going to make a loose fist. So keep a finger like this and wrap the rest of the fingers around it. Now where your middle finger meets this mount, that will be your point. So this is my point, and we press it for 15 seconds. When you bend your little finger, you will notice this crease, right? So just below the crease, you place 2 fingers. At this second finger, you need to stop and then take 1 step downwards and 1 step towards the inside, like an L. This will be your point, and press it for 15 seconds. Coming to our feet, our first point is just below the tip of the toe. So this is my toe, this is the tip, and just below the tip is the point. So this is my point. Again, wrap your fingers and hold it for 15 seconds. It is better to sit cross-legged and have your foot facing you. So our foot has this heel, and this is where the heel just starts. Now drag your thumb like this in line with the second toe and bring it to the point where the heel starts. This is our reference point. Now drag it diagonally towards the big toe. So if this goes straight, it's 90 degree. Diagonally, drag it to 70 degrees. So this is our point that we press for 15 seconds. Our next point is going to be only on the right foot. Now between your first and second toe, you see that there's this passage. So drag your thumb down like this. Now over here you see that there's this heel starting, right? So drag your thumb down and bring it to the point where the heel is just starting. From here, go diagonally opposite towards your fourth toe. So your thumb should be in line with the fourth toe. Now go 1 step down. After this, leave 2 fingers gap. This point is your 22, and right next to it, this point is your 23. So we did one point that was right at the center of this bulge. Our next point is going to be below this point. So when you bend your first toe like this, you see this curve, right? So just below the point that I showed you previously, on this curve will be the point that you have to press. So our foot has this thick fleshy band, right? Our point is going to be in line with the second toe, right where this band ends. So when you squeeze your foot like this, it forms an arc. Now drag your thumb in line with the second toe and bring it down right where this band ends. This will be your point. And press it for 15 seconds. Our next point is going to be at the center of the foot. So this is the center and this will be your point. So our next point is between the first and the second joint of the toe. So this is the first joint, this is the second joint, and right in the middle is your point. So again, wrap your fingers around the toe and apply pressure. Our next point will be on the foot. So on this thumb side, you can see this bulge, right? The big bulge. Right in the center of this bulge will be the point. So this is my point. Now again, just hold your feet like this and press it for 15 seconds. Previously, I showed this point as a reference point. Now from this point, we go towards the fourth toe, diagonally towards the fourth toe. So this is in line with our fourth toe, and that's the point we need to press for 15 seconds. So usually for most people, this part of the foot is very thick. So you need to knead it a little bit. Massage it like you're kneading a dough to make it soft. Once you've done that, our next point will be below this curve. So right where this band, this fleshy band ends, this is that curve. So over here you can feel the fifth toe knuckle, and over here you can feel the fourth toe knuckle. Our point is going to be below that curve, in between the fourth and the fifth toe knuckle. Now keep your thumb in between the fourth and the fifth toe and drag it down in between those two bony structures just below the curve. So this is our point, and we press it for 15 seconds. This point will be only on the left foot. Now on the little finger side, you see that there's this bone over here. Just below the bone, there's a point. Even when you keep your foot this way, you can feel that point. So now, drag it and bring it in line with your little finger. Little toe. Now take one step down and one step towards the inside, in line with the second toe. This is your point. Press it for 15 seconds.